Imagine packing a suitcase for a journey through time. What historical souvenirs would you expect to find? Dusty scrolls? Ancient coins? What about a fossilized loaf of bread or a Roman emperor's thumb? History is full of surprises, and some of the most fascinating facts are often the most unbelievable. This isn't your typical history lesson. Get ready to unearth some truly strange and wonderful tidbits from the past. These are the stories your teachers might have skipped, the quirky footnotes in the grand narrative of human history. From bizarre fashion choices to unexpected inventions, we'll uncover the human side of history. So buckle up and prepare to have your perceptions of the past challenged. It's time to explore the weird, the wacky, and the downright unbelievable. Let's dive in. Let's start with a civilization obsessed with the afterlife, ancient Egypt. We've all seen the elaborate tombs and golden masks. But did you know that Egyptians were also pioneers of a rather unusual fashion trend? Wigs made of human hair? These weren't just for the rich and powerful either. Ordinary Egyptians shaved their heads and bodies to stay cool in the desert heat. They then donned wigs for special occasions like parties and religious festivals. These wigs were carefully crafted, often adorned with beads and braids. Talk about a bad hair day solution for the ages. Imagine the conversations at those ancient parties. Nice wig, is that your hair or someone else's? It's a reminder that even in the distant past, people cared about their appearance and expressing themselves through fashion, even if those fashions seem a bit strange today. Next stop, ancient Rome. We've all heard the phrase thumbs up or thumbs down to signify approval or disapproval. It's a common misconception that Roman emperors decided the fate of gladiators with this simple gesture. Turns out the truth is even more interesting. While gladiatorial contests were brutal affairs, the emperor's role wasn't a simple thumbs up, thumbs down scenario. The crowd played a huge role, waving handkerchiefs, shouting, and even throwing food to influence the outcome. The emperor would then consider the crowd's reaction along with the gladiator's skill and bravery before making a final decision. So, the next time you give something a thumbs up, remember it's a far cry from the life or death decisions of the Colosseum. Roman history, like our gestures, is full of nuance and complexity. Our journey through history takes us now to the Library of Alexandria, one of the greatest repositories of knowledge in the ancient world. Founded in the 3rd century BC, it housed countless scrolls and attracted scholars from across the globe. Sadly, the library met a tragic end in a fire, or did it? The truth about the library's destruction is murky at best. It likely suffered damage from several fires over the centuries, rather than one catastrophic event. The real tragedy lies in the loss of countless irreplaceable texts, a devastating blow to the accumulation of human knowledge. Imagine the stories those lost scrolls held, the scientific discoveries, the philosophical treatises. Gone forever. The Library of Alexandria serves as a potent reminder of the fragility of knowledge and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. Let's fast forward to the Middle Ages, a period often associated with knights, castles, and, well, a lack of hygiene. While it's true that medieval folks didn't have access to modern plumbing, they weren't completely averse to cleanliness. However, some of their practices might seem a bit strange to us today. Take the fork, for example. This utensil, so ubiquitous on our dinner tables, was initially met with suspicion in Europe. People ate with their hands for centuries, and the introduction of the fork was seen as an unnecessary affectation. Some even considered it an offense to God, who gave us perfectly good fingers. And what about fleas? These tiny insects were a constant nuisance in medieval life. People carried flea traps, small boxes with sticky substances to catch the pesky critters. They even used weasels as a form of pest control, releasing them into homes to hunt fleas. It's safe to say, medieval pest control was a bit more, shall we say, hands-on.